Hello everyone, welcome to Yasmin's Ethereal Insights. Today we have a pick a card reading on the messages our ancestors and deceased loved ones have for us. We have crystals lapis lazuli to help us open up our third mind and keep us receptive to messages we need to be aware of. And we also have amethyst for protection and to clear us of any negative energies that we may be harboring. So again, for today's reading, we will be getting messages from our ancestors and our deceased loved ones in honor of Day of the Dead coming up in just a couple of days. And we have 4 sets of cards that you can choose from. So take a deep breath, relax, and choose which set you feel drawn to most. Don't forget to check the description box to see which time frame your reading starts. Hello, if you are here, that means that you have chosen set number 1 for your reading. Let's get right into the messages that your ancestors and deceased loved ones have for you today. So for the first card, we have you and your loved ones are safe with the new moon in Cancer. This is such a beautiful card to receive from your ancestors and those that have passed on. They're here to let you know that you are safe. Your loved ones are safe, your family members are safe, those that you hold dear to your heart are all okay, and they're going to continue to be okay. Now you may be feeling very worried during this time. You have a lot of anxieties and you're just feeling overwhelmed. You're wondering if your health is going to be okay. You're wondering if you've just been very worried. There's a lot of overwhelming anxieties that have been swirling in your mind. And you just fear for the future. You fear for your health. You fear for your family's health, your parents' health, your friends' health, your siblings, your children. Whatever the case may be, you're just very worried and you have more of an intense fear lately, which is definitely understanding, especially with everything that's going on. So your ancestors are sensing that on edge feeling that you're having, and they're here to let you know that you're safe, that you are okay. This message is, once you get it, you can just go and take a deep breath and relax. You have a lot of people on your side. You are being blessed. The right people are taking care of you. You are being protected. You are safe. You are okay. And this is a card to just, have you take some stress off of yourself and just know that, whatever happens is out of your control. But for the time being, you need to know that you're safe, that you'll be okay, and you shouldn't spend every second worrying about what if, what could be. Just live in the here and now and know for the most part that you're protected, that your ancestors are guiding you every moment, and every step of the way. And so I hope that helps. Now let's go over into some other cards. Now we have the 6 of Coins and we have the 5 of Pentacles. So this card was first in the set, the 5 of Coins, or known as Pentacles in Tarot. Now, with this card, again, I feel like it has to do with our family and our upbringing. So with the 5 of Coins, you may be worried about some financial issues. Perhaps, you're worried about if you can provide for your family. You may be, perhaps you've been unemployed for a while now, and you're kind of, with the 6 of Coins, you're being blessed with a new job or perhaps a new promotion, or whatever the case may be. You may be used to kind of living a life in which you have to save. You live a life where you essentially always have to cross your T's and dot your I's, making sure that you have enough money for clothes, enough money for food. You're always thinking about that. And perhaps when you were growing up, you perhaps didn't have to yourself, you probably thought that you didn't have the nicest of clothes, you didn't have the nicest toys, the nicest things, or perhaps your children may feel that way. They may feel disappointed that they don't have the new iPad, whatever the case may be. There's a feeling of having but not. This is a feeling of having things but feeling like you don't have enough. So with the Five of Coins, you know, you have a very a family base that are hard workers. You come from a family of hard workers and people that have always had to work for what they had. And while they can provide for you, you know, you may have felt like it wasn't enough, or there's someone in your life that feels like what you're giving them isn't enough. And then the next card we have is the Six of Coins. Now with this card, there's a woman holding a lucky bill, and she's scratching her hand. Now in many traditions, if your hand itches, that means that you're gonna get some money. And in this card, her hand is itching. She has a lucky bill, and she has some dice that she's rolling. So she's on a lucky streak, and now she's gonna use those coins and that lucky bill to go and make a bet. So with these two cards hand in hand, your ancestors are letting you know that remember, you know, keep in mind where you came from, and keep in mind the struggles that you've had. And let's say that perhaps you didn't have a struggled upbringing, but you've been struggling in the last few months trying to make ends meet, you know. But now you're getting blessed with some money. There's a financial windfall coming. There's a new job. There's something new coming to your life that's going to provide you that help. However, you need to remember essentially the struggle that you had. Remember how you had to pinch pennies, so to speak. And so your ancestors are letting you know that yes, you are safe. You know, the anxieties can flow away, because with the you know, you're getting a windfall, you're getting lucky, you're getting blessed, but you have to, you know, not take advantage of that blessing. They want to let you know to remember, you know, remember those that have helped you. Remember the penny pinching that you've had to do. Remember that. Don't go overboard with the money you get. Don't start buying frivolous things. Remember, try to keep a savings. Try to be smart with your money, and don't always think that you have to get the next big thing, or try to you know, you can get what you want, of course. If you've been wanting something, get it, but don't keep thinking that you're gonna get lucky. You know, so create a foundation for yourself in which you will be able to keep providing, and not always staying in this state of mind where you have to keep struggling. You know, life is a struggle, but it doesn't always have to be a struggle in certain parts of your life. So they want you to be smarter with your money and be, you know, I also feel with the Five of Coins, you know, even though people, you know, in this card, even though there's a sense of not having enough, and they're still with their family, you know, they don't need money to be happy. They're with each other, they're okay, they're a family. And I also feel like, you know, once you get this new job or you get this increase in finances, keep your loved ones close to you. You know, during this period of the pandemic, a lot of us were able to spend more time with our family, or even spend more time with our friends and really getting to know the people around us. So, you know, keep doing that. Keep being around your loved ones, and don't let, just because, you know, we're going back to work and everything, don't forget that those people that you love, and those people that have been there for you no matter what. So the message here is that you and your loved ones are safe. Blessings are coming. The struggle is ending, but make sure that you don't go back to that same struggle. You know, you are lucky, you are blessed, but luck does run out. So try to provide some stability for yourself once, you know, with this card. So I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry for rambling on. Let's get to our next card. Now our next card is building blocks. So this card kind of goes hand in hand with the Six of Coins and Five of Coins, and also regarding our family. So at this moment in your life, you are building blocks. You're building a foundation for yourself. And so you're currently going through a period in life where you know exactly what you want. You know what you want to get, you know what your goals are, and you're ready to go and meet those goals. You're ready to build a foundation for yourself. You're ready to build a life for yourself, and really put yourself out there. You have a beautiful work in progress is coming, and your ancestors also want to let you know that you have what it takes cultivate the life that you want. If you want an extraordinary life, if you want an amazing, beautiful life, you will get it. But you just really need to take some time to focus on that, and focus on the foundations that you're trying to build. So what do you know, with this card you're being asked, you know, what do you value, what do you believe in, and go for it. You know, make sure that what you wanted 2 months ago or 5 months ago is still what you want now. And if it's not, if that's not what you want anymore, you know, make sure that what you want is solid ground. Make sure what you want and what you want to do for life, how you want to construct your life, is going to bring you a stable foundation. Because you don't want something that's only going to bring you temporary finances or temporary happiness. You need something that is really you're gonna build, and it's gonna bring you something out of it. So your ancestors are letting you know that you can do anything you set your mind to. You can be very successful, and you are going to be successful, but make sure you're making the right changes. Make sure you're doing things in a positive way, because your life is going to be remarkable. You are going to succeed, but make sure that it's not going to be short-term success, as we're seeing with the Six of Coins. Make sure that you're putting your time and energy and your focus into something that's really going to bring you something deeper in life. And make sure that you're thinking of your family. Make sure that you're thinking of your future family, or just yourself in 5 years, 10 years. Make sure that you're doing something that is going to get you out of this Five of Coins position in life. Okay, so now we're going to go through the next cards, and we have Strength, we have the Sun, and we have the Ten of Cups. So with this card, with Strength, your ancestors and your deceased loved ones want you to know that you, again, can do whatever you set your mind to. You are a force that cannot be reckoned with. Whenever you have an idea in mind, you go straight for it. You are a go-getter. You are full of strength, and you're probably the strength in your family. You're someone that really, you know, is the foundation. When people think of family, when they think of home, they think of you. You're someone that you're a pretty big deal in your family. You know, a lot of people go to you for advice, for strength, and they see you as a pillar of strength, as someone that they can look up to. And your ancestors want to let you know that you know, the pillars of strength, those people that are usually the strongest, probably don't feel like they are. They sometimes they need someone to be their strength. So your ancestors want to let you know that don't be afraid to reach out to others when you need help. You know, just because you're always strong, just because people always go to you for advice, that doesn't mean that you're weak. If you show that you need some help, some emotional help and things like that. So your ancestors wants to let you know that you're safe. You're safe to be yourself. You're safe to be who you are. And then we have the Sun card. Again, these are all just such beautiful cards. With the Sun, they want to let you know that blessings are coming, better days are coming, sunnier days are coming for you, where you can just sing and be happy. And I also feel that your family is going to be well taken care of by you, and just by, in general, you guys are being blessed and protected, and good things are coming. You know, this is such a good omen. And again, look at the Sun card. You have a skull here. You know, this is a beautiful card. Your loved ones are watching over you wherever they may be. They are thinking of you. They're singing for you. They're rooting for you. You know, you're blooming, and they're watching every step of the way, making sure that you continue to bloom and you continue to be happy. They just want you to be happy, you know. And now the last card we have is the Ten of Cups, which is a beautiful card, a beautiful omen that what you are looking for, what you are doing is gonna bless you in the end. You are going through a deep transformation. You're going through a deep metamorphosis in which you become who you've always been wanting to be. you know. This is a card of emotional stability, financial stability, and just pure happiness. You are, you know, your ancestors are showing you are protected. You are being watched over. What you are asking for is coming for you. Good things are coming. Happiness and relationship stability. You know, this is nothing but good vibes, good energy coming your way. And your ancestors want to let you know that you're going to be okay. You're going to get through this. You are safe. Your family is safe. You're going to build a huge foundation for yourself in which so many people will be proud of you. You're going to be proud of you. Your family is going to be proud of you. People that have watched you grow up are going to be proud that you got yourself out of this 5 of coins. You know, you made a name for yourself. You became somebody, and that's such a beautiful thing. So all in all, the message from your ancestors and your loved ones is that you are safe, that you have a lot of strength, that you are building a beautiful foundation for yourself, and to make sure that you're investing your time into something worthwhile that's really going to give you something that you need in the end. And don't go for things that are quick, you know. Don't go for quick money. Don't try to get quick money. Don't try to, you know, go things the easy way. Don't try to do fast things, you know. Enjoy the process, because you are going to be extremely blessed in the end. So I hope that makes sense. I want to thank you for choosing my readings, and please let me know what you think. Hello everyone. If you are here, that means that you have chosen set number 2 for your reading on what your ancestors and deceased loved ones have in store for you. So let's get right into their message with the first card. And the card that we have is New Moon in Gemini, communication is key. So with this card, your ancestor wants to let you know that you really need to talk it out. There's something that you have essentially been holding in for way too long. You know, with New Moon in Gemini, you have a lot to say. You're someone that likes to talk a lot, and that's not a bad thing. You're someone that has a lot of things to say. You have a lot of good ideas, and you're just a very expressive person. However, there's a current blockage in your life. You're not really saying what you mean. You're not saying how you feel, and you're keeping things bottled up inside of you. And your ancestors want to let you know that this is really hindering for you at the moment. You know, you really need to talk it out. You need to tell someone exactly how you feel. You may be feeling like, or maybe let's say you have spoken to someone about how you feel. You just feel after that talk, you feel like your point is not coming across the way you'd like it to. So you may be speaking up for yourself, but it's just not being heard. You feel like you're not being listened to 100%. But in order for communication to work, the other person really needs to be receptive to what you're saying. So with communication is key. Your ancestors want to let you know that what you're going through at the moment, you know, you really need to talk it out to someone. You need to speak to a third party. Perhaps trying counseling would be best for you, but also trying to work it out with this person. There's someone that you are kind of having a hard time with, kind of having some issues with communicating. So really, don't give up on this person. You guys really need to come to terms with each other. There's some communication issues, but it's going to work out. Communication is key. Again, do not give up on this person. You know, you really just need to have a sit down and really let them know how you feel, and really just talk about it. Don't be afraid to revisit things twice, and really let someone know how you feel and how it's affecting you. So let's go over to our second card. Okay, so our second card is Bishop C.H. Mason. And this is the imagery on the card. This is from the card, from the deck Hoodoo Tarot. Now this card is Bishop Mason, and it's a very iconic photo with him. It's an interpretation of what his spiritual baptism looked like. And I'm gonna read something below and what he said when the Holy Spirit visited him. So here we go. So when he had gotten me straight on my feet, there came a light which enveloped my entire being above the brightness of the sun. When I opened my mouth to say glory, a flame touched my tongue, which ran down me. My language changed, and no word could I speak in my own tongue. Oh, I was filled with the glory of the Lord. My soul was then satisfied. So Bishop Mason was a Pentecostal leader and founder of the chief apostle, and he was the first senior bishop of the Church of God in Christ. Now, when in traditional tarot, this comes across as the Hierophant, who is the teacher and spiritual leader, and all about traditions. So when you receive Bishop Mason in a reading, you're being asked to really humble yourself and trust those around you. You're being asked to talk to your ancestors. Your ancestors want you to reach out to them. They want you to learn from them. They want you to talk to them, and really listen to what they have to say. You also, when this card comes along, you know, communication is key. Kind of makes sense. There may be someone that's an older figure in your life, or just someone in your life that may kind of be a little authoritative, and you may not really want to hear what they have to say. Sometimes what they say comes across as, you know, upsetting to you. You know, you may be skeptical of something someone's saying, or you may just not really vibe with the way they're coming across to you. You know, someone may be telling you something and you just feel it's complete hogwash. Whatever the case is, your ancestors are telling you that you need to listen. You need to listen. You need to listen. And I'm sorry, I'm saying that twice, but I keep hearing that in my head. You need to listen. You need to listen. So communication, again, is key. There's a message that is trying to be reached out to you, and you may not be wanting to hear it 100%. So these two cards go hand in hand. You may just really not want to listen to what an elder figure has to say, or perhaps there is someone from your past that has told you something and it never really stuck until now. Like when you're hearing this message, you're thinking, oh, you know what they said actually makes sense now, but in the past you probably weren't so receptive to it. But all in all, this card, when Bishop Mason comes along, he represents wisdom that we hear. This could be from big institutions, universities, churches, or maybe a family member that's very religious, or a family member that's very the way they speak is very matter of fact, and you may not really want to listen to what they have to say, but you're being asked, you know, no matter, you know, if you have a family member that's a little, you know, that you just don't want to listen to, essentially, you should. You're being asked to really get to know your family, you know, value your heritage, value what, you know, you don't have to believe in what other people believe in, but as long as you respect them, as long as you, understand everyone has a different journey, and you know, it just may be in your best interest to listen to others, listen to what they have to say. And again, communication is key. You're being asked to listen to someone in your life and really listen to your ancestors, get to know them, get to know their culture, and really get to know them. You're really being asked to just listen. So with this card in the beginning, I feel like there's definitely someone that you need to have a talk with, and then when these two cards coincide, you're being asked to listen. Now you're being asked to be the person to really just sit down and look deeper into something, and don't listen just to have a reply. Listen to actually want to get to know something, and try to see the value in your culture. See, you know, and maybe you're someone that really doesn't have a belief or or faith, or that, you know, you may not be that religious, and that's completely okay. But your ancestors are asking you, if you don't believe, you know, in, let's say, religion, then what do you believe in? You know, they want you to really learn something new. They want you to express yourself and really just don't conform to one way of thinking, you know. They want you to be open-minded. So I hope that makes sense. Now we have blessed and we have imagine. So with this card, blessings are coming your way. New beginnings are coming. Abundance is on the way for you. There's been something that you've been waiting for, something that you have really just, you've been so patient. You've really wanted something, and just know that it's coming. It's not that far away for you at all. A new beginning is coming. Something that you've been manifesting, something that you've been imagining and waiting to happen is finally coming for you. So these two cards are a good omen. Your ancestors want to let you know that your voice has been heard. Your manifestations are coming to life, and you are being blessed financially. And what you're asking for is being listened to. So I feel like a financial windfall is coming for you. A new opportunity is coming. Whatever you've asked for, whatever you've prayed for is definitely on its way for you. Now we have the Eight of Wands, the Empress, and lastly, let's get this card. I'm so sorry. Lastly, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So your ancestors want to let you know that the wheel is always turning. So with the Blessed card, I feel like you, and the Blessed and Wheel of Fortune here, it seems like you've kind of been experiencing a rough patch. You know, you've been feeling kind of drained and just let down, and you've just been waiting for your break. You know, you feel like you just keep spinning and spinning, and you haven't really been lucky as of late. You just feel like you keep going through the motions, and nothing is going right for you. However, your ancestors want to let you know that wheel is always turning, and now it's turning in your favor, and blessings are coming, and stability is coming. But as for the Wheel of Fortune, that wheel is always going to turn. So make sure that you're putting the right things into place during this time around. You are being blessed, and you are going to have a period of stability. However, the wheel will turn again. So you're being asked by your ancestors to think smart this time around, and really make sure that you have all your T's crossed and all your I's dotted. You know, make sure that you have a plan in place, and make sure that you save something for a rainy day. So I hope that makes sense. And then we have the Eight of Wands and the Empress. And so with this card, I feel like you're waiting for a message from someone. There's something that you're waiting to hear back on, whether this may be a new job, something that you are in communication with. So there's an answer that you're waiting for, and I just want to let you know that the answer is going to be yes. Things are going to work out in your favor. Perhaps you're dealing with a woman that has to decide something for you, or it's just you're going to be hearing an answer of yes from a woman or a feminine energy. But overall, again, even the Empress is a good omen that abundance is coming. So overall, good things are coming for you. Blessings are coming. What you manifested is coming for you. You're also asking to keep in touch with your ancestors and get to know your family members that are living as well, even if you don't believe the same things that they do, or even if you have a completely different personality than your family members and maybe on a completely different path. You're still being asked to be receptive and to talk to them and get to know them, get to know your culture, and you know, just communicate, talk more, talk with them, and say what you feel, say what you think, and I I do hope that makes sense. But all in all, with these cards, you're being asked to communicate not only with your living family members, but also get in touch with your ancestors as well. Get to know your culture, and again, communicate. You're just being asked to talk more to your loved ones, and really just be there, even if it is just a quick hello. Just let them know that you're there, and you know. So I do hope that makes sense. I apologize for rambling on so much, and please let me know what you think. Thank you. Hello, if you are here, that means that you have chose set number 3. So let's get right into the message that your ancestors and deceased loved ones have for you. So the first card we have is New Moon in Capricorn, which is your hard work is paying off. So when you receive this message from your ancestors, they want to let you know that you have been through so much. You've really been working hard. You've been going above and beyond. You've been staying late at work, or you've been staying late studying, whatever the case may be. You are putting in that work, and you're putting in that time, and investing a lot of your energy, and the results are coming. Within the next couple of months, you're really going to see a huge difference. And not just the next couple of months. I feel that, you're going to get some answers pretty soon. There's going to be a lot of blessings coming your way, and it's all because of this work that you put in. The right people are noticing you. Your bosses, teachers, family members, your ancestors are noticing what you've been doing. You've been making sure that you're going to keep your family stable. You're making sure that you're creating a stable life for yourself as well. I definitely feel like you've been through the ringer, especially with this pandemic. You've been through a lot, and you're not letting that stop you. You're not letting it get you down. You're continuing to move forward, and blessings are coming your way. You may have just graduated from high school, college. You may have just got a new job, or you may be applying for jobs, and guess what? You're gonna get it very soon. They're interested in you. A pay raise is coming if you're currently working. I definitely feel an increase of finances is coming for you, especially with Capricorn ruling our finances and our material world. You're definitely gonna feel secure when it comes to money. You're finally gonna feel like you are stable, and so definitely a financial windfall is coming for you, and you're putting in the steps of creating a life of stability and security for yourself. So your ancestors want to let you know that everything is going to work out for you, and blessings are coming sooner than you think. Let's see the next card. All right. Okay, so the next card we have is the Queen, and I love this card. I love the colors. I love everything about this image, and I just want to show you all the details. So this is the Big Queen, and in this image it's a Carnival Indian queen smiling as she displays her Black Hawk bucket. Now Black Hawk, he was born in 1767, and he was a leader of the Sauk and Fox tribe. He was a very powerful warrior who was well known for his bravery and resisting colonial encroachment on his land and his way of life. And so there was a spiritual leader from the Midwest named Mother Leafy Anderson, and she petitioned the spirit of Black Hawk for protection in her temple. So that's why you see the big queen, having her close to him, and kind of keeping him like a keepsake. So today, many spiritualists and root workers in Louisiana and beyond work with Black Hawk to ensure victory against their enemies. So a lot of people have him as protection, and they celebrate him. They celebrate their culture, and they have him as kind of like a token of protection, but something also to be proud of. So when this card comes along, when Big Queen appears in a reading, you're being asked to really consider your roots, you know. Look at your culture, look at the people that are in your culture, and research them, learn from them, learn about your ancestors, learn about those in your family that have passed away, and find a way to honor them. You're really being asked to really just get to know them, get to know their fight, get to know what they went through, and you know, be proud of that. Be proud of what they worked so hard for. Be proud of who they are, who they were, and be proud of who you are now because of where you came from, you know. So when this card comes along, you're being asked to really to pay attention to your ancestors. They want to talk to you. They want to feel appreciated by you. They want to know that you're proud of them also, that you're proud of where you came from, you're proud of your culture, you're proud of who you come from, you know. So also with this card, I also feel like you're being asked to consider kind of how do I explain this? I'm trying to see. You know, when you think of things, try to keep your ancestors in mind. You know, what would they think about what's going on in your life? What kind of, you know, what advice do you think they would give you? How would they handle this situation? You know, they want you to think of those things when you're faced with some sort of struggle. You know, think back on them. Think about how they surpass things, you know, how they move forward despite their struggles, and look at them for inspiration. You know, they want to be a part of your life. They want to, you know, they're always there, they're always protecting you, they're proud of you, but they want you to be proud of them as well. So I hope that makes sense. They just want you to have a piece of them. They want you, and even if you know, if you don't do things like this, you know, putting them, you know, being, you know, putting them out there, you know, having a token of them, at least researching them, at least getting to know them, and putting in that effort to see where you came from, you know, just that small effort would mean a lot to them as well. So that's one of their messages as well. They want you to look into your culture and be proud of your culture. Be proud of where you come from and who you come from. So the next cards we have is regeneration, and we also have the fates. So with the fates, your ancestors want to let you know that, you know, there's a lot of things in life that you can't control. And there's things that are meant to happen, and there's no reason why, you know. You may ask 100 times, why me? Why is this happening to me? Why do I have to go through this? Etc. And sometimes there's just no answer. The answer is just because you have to. You know, this experience has no answer as to why. The only answer is because you're going to be a better person because of it. You're going to be stronger, and you're currently going through a metamorphosis in your life. You know, you're going through a huge rebirth, a huge change with regeneration. You're going into a whole new direction in your life. You know, just last year, just a couple of months ago, you would have never expected your life to be the way it is now, but you feel so blessed. You know, you're changing, and it's all for the better. And there are some things that you'll have to let go of during this time, and it's going to be hard because it's something that you're so used to, but you need your wings. You need to fly. You know, your new beginnings are coming. You're going through a metamorphosis, turning into a butterfly. You know, spread your wings and fly. You know, there's a lot of new beginnings coming for you, and you may have gone through a period of darkness in which, you know, you felt like you'd never progress, but things are coming. You are going through a rebirth, and your ancestors are so excited for who you are becoming. Now the next cards we have Five of Cups, we have Five of Swords, and we have Judgment. So with the Five of Cups, you may be feeling very drained during this time. You're feeling like all of your energy has been depleted, your emotional energy, your physical energy. You just feel like you are tired. You feel kind of sad as well. You may be going through a bout or a period of just feeling completely sad, and just you feel so many emotions to the point where you just don't feel anything. You may be feeling very empty. And I feel like this goes back to regeneration. You know that there's a huge transformation coming, a new beginning, and it's kind of bittersweet. Like there's something you know you have to let go of. You know that there's something that is no good for you. And even though you know that it's no good for you, you wish you knew why. You wish you knew why things happened the way they did. You wish you had more of an answer. But I don't feel like that answer is going to come with the Five of Cups. And it not coming is really going to disappoint you. And then we have the Five of Swords. So I feel like these two cards go hand in hand. The Five of Cups and the Five of Swords. There's someone in your life that kind of turned their back on you. There's someone that made you feel that they had your back. Perhaps there's a friend that really wasn't a true friend at all. You know, they kind of backstabbed you, or were dishonest, or maybe there was a partner in which you felt like this person was the one for you, but you're kind of seeing that this person is more trouble than they are good for you. And it's kind of leading you to a depression. You know, you really felt like this person was on your side. You felt like they had everything you were looking for, but you just feel very regretful regarding this relationship. There's a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow, and you just feel like you can never win with this person. And I feel that's part of the change that's coming for you. You need to let this person go. And the next card we have is Judgment. So again, this is a period of awakening, of new beginnings, and answers coming. So with the Big Queen and Judgment, I feel like you need to really get to know your ancestors again. Really talk to them, get to know your culture, find answers in your past, find answers in your ancestors. You know, they want to help you. They want you to know them. They want to talk to you. They want to let you know things. And you're gonna go through a huge spiritual transformation that is gonna, you know, put you through the ringer first. You know, you're gonna kind of have these feelings of emptiness and have these feelings of disappointment that other people lead you down, but it's all meant to happen. You know, it's fate, and it's crucial for your rebirth process. But just know that you have your ancestors that are watching over you. They're protecting you, and they want to give you clarity. And even though there are some things like the relationship, like a relationship in particular, there are answers that you seek, and unfortunately they cannot provide you with those answers because it just is fate, and it was meant to happen. It's a lesson that is meant to be learned. But just know that a new beginning is coming, a rebirth is coming, but it's crucial for you to stay in communication with your ancestors. They want you to get to know them and really get to know your culture. So I hope that makes sense. Hello, if you are here, that means that you have chosen set 4 for your reading. And in this reading, we'll be going over the messages that your ancestors and deceased loved ones have for you. So let's get started with the first card. Okay, so for our first card, we have Nothing is Yet Set in Stone, Mutable Moon. Now with Mutable Moon, this is all about changes and shape-shifting and things that are still developing. So what you're currently working on is not the final stage. You know, you're still working, you're still changing, and there's still room for improvement. So there's probably your ancestors are aware that there's a situation in your life that you're not really happy with. There's some something that's going on, perhaps a relationship with a coworker, with friends, or maybe there's some project that you're working on and you're just really not happy with it. You feel like it's not moving anywhere, but they want to let you know that the state that you're in, it's not marvelous, it's not perfect, but you can still change it. You can still change the course. Nothing is yet set in stone. So they want you to be aware that what you're currently in, where you are in life, you're not going to be there forever. You're not going to be in this state of depression forever. You're not going to be in this state of emptiness forever. You know, you may be feeling like, what are you working for? You know, you may be just feeling very drained. You feel like what you're working for is not really producing results. You just feel like, what's the point? And your ancestors want to let you know that this is far from over. You still have so much to do. You still have a ways to go, and they don't want you to give up. Keep going. You can't stop now, because if you stop now, you're going to stay in this place of stagnant energy. So the message here is to keep going. Don't stop while you're in the middle of something. Keep going, because when you're in the middle, you're not done yet, and you're gonna stay. Why, you know, why, if you're walking through hell, why stay? You know, keep going until you reach that place of heaven. So all in all, the message here with this card is, whatever you're going through, it's not gonna last. You're almost at the finish line, so keep going. Don't give up just yet, just because it seems hard, just because you seem disappointed, like you're not getting the right results. Keep going, because there are good things on the way for you. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Now let's go over the next card. Okay, so we have Dem Bones. And you can see a woman who's very shocked by the bones that she has received from this reader. And so with this card, this is a form of divination where people either use bones or use dice. And this is practiced by Indigenous American and African American people. And when they use bones as divination, there's different meanings for each bone, and especially the way they land. If they land, you know, whichever direction they land also has meaning. So when you receive Dem Bones in a reading, you're being reminded that it's time to focus on what you need, opposed to what you want. So in this reading, this woman perhaps didn't come with an open mind. She wanted to see something completely different than what she received in her reading. And so when this comes along, you may be wanting something. You really are tempted by something. There's something in your life that you really want, but perhaps it's just not the best for you. It's not the best step for you. It's not the best direction. Perhaps you're interested in someone that really isn't the one you're meant to be with. It's someone that can possibly change your life in a negative direction. So when you get this card, your ancestors want to let you know that sorry, when you get this card, they want to let you know that there's some tough choices that you have to make during this time. You know, there's going to be something that you don't want to do, but you have to do it in order to create stability for yourself. Perhaps, you know, at work they may ask you to pick up, you know, a couple of extra shifts, or perhaps they may make you do someone else's work, you know, and you're kind of feeling drained. You're feeling, you know, why is this happening to me? And it is an unfortunate situation, but it is something that you have to do. You have to grit your teeth and bear it. So your ancestors are letting you know that there are some tough choices that you have to make, and you have to put your ego aside and just do what you have to do for the time being, because after you do this, after after all, when all is said and done, blessings are guaranteed. Good things are coming to you, but you have to go through this period of not really wanting to do something, but having to do something. You know, and I do hope that makes sense. And also with this card, they want to let you know, I'm getting that let you know that there may be a lot of people that are interested in what you do. There's a lot of people that have a say, perhaps family members or friends, that talk about you, good and bad. No matter what you do, you're always, the type of personality you have, the type of energy you have, there's always going to be someone that talks about you no matter what you do. So just make sure that you remain, that you just remain focused on your goal. You know, everyone gets talked about, and there's no one that can ever escape other people's judgment. You know, people are always gonna judge you. People are always gonna say something about you, and you just have to keep going forward with your dreams and your goals. And you know what, if there's people that don't judge you, perhaps you're the person judging yourself, and you're like, why am I doing this? Why am I subjecting myself to this? Why am I working this job? I'm so much better than this job. But you know, you have to go through this period of sacrificing in order to get to where you need to be. And this is what your ancestors want to let you know. Sometimes you have to bear it, you know. Sometimes you just have to go through this period, and once you do, the light will come, and you'll be so much better for it, because it's a lesson that you need to learn. And again, nothing is set in stone. Even though in this period you're gonna have to go through some tough moments, some tough decisions, they want to let you know that this too shall pass. You know, it's not going to be something that lasts forever. Again, nothing is set in stone. So just know that, you know, things will change. Even though things may seem cloudy right now, even though things seem frustrating, it's gonna have a good outcome in the end, you know. So I hope that makes sense. With these two cards, you know, good things are coming, and good things are coming. You're gonna find relief, you're gonna find a solution to your problems, but you just have to go through this period of, you know, accepting what you get and working through it. So I hope that makes sense. Let's go over to our next card, which is Poised. Okay, so with this card, this is kind of working off of the last two cards we get. This is all about accepting what we get and you know, putting on a smile. So with Poised, you know, there may be things that we're not happy about. There may be decisions that are made, and perhaps we wanted it at some point. I'm sorry, it's a little blurry. Okay, there we go. So with the message your ancestors are telling you here is that there may be some things that you're going through currently. There's some situations in life that you're just kind of feeling pretty overwhelmed about, and it's really putting a damper on how you feel in general and how you go about life. But they want you to know, they want you to how do I explain this? They don't want you to put on a mask and act like everything's okay. They want you to be normal. They want you to have these human feelings and and express yourself, but they also want you to handle everything that comes at you with poise, you know. Don't let it knock you down too hard. Don't let it hit you to the point where you feel depressed and you don't feel like making any progress at all. You know, accept the challenges, accept it with poise, and keep going on. People are gonna be so proud of you, and this is not even about other people, just you are gonna be so proud of the obstacles that you have overcome. Your ancestors are going to be so proud of you, because you are going to make such huge changes in life. And there's no point in feeling sad about what's happening. There's no point in feeling bad for yourself, and they don't want you to keep feeling bad for yourself. I'm so sorry. They don't want you to keep feeling bad about yourself. They don't want you to keep feeling like a victim, because again, we go back to this card, nothing is set in stone. And sometimes we have to go through these periods in life. It builds character. It provides us lessons. So, you know, when you're faced with opposition, when you're faced with obstacles, don't run away from them. Don't sit down and make yourself feel like you're worthless. Don't feel that way. Don't run away from obstacles. Face them head on, because you're not going to be in this period forever. Again, nothing is set in stone, and they want you to realize that. They want you to build up your confidence, build up yourself to the point where you don't run away from hard issues. You know, they want you to realize that this is just a moment in time and things will get better. So put a smile on your face and put your head up high and keep going, no matter what people say about you, if people talk about you, if you know, if you feel like you're being judged. Don't even worry about it. They want you to not care what other people think, what other people's opinions are of you, because people are always going to have opinions. And again, where you are now, you're not going to be here in 5 years. You're not going to be here in 5 months. You're going to be a completely different person. You're going to be in a completely different situation. So your ancestors just don't want you to keep dreading on these things that will change. So I hope that makes sense. Let's go over to the next 3 cards. So we have the Hangman. Okay, we have the 7 of Cups. And we have the 10 of Cups. So let's zoom into these cards. Now with the Hangman here, you may be feeling like you don't know where to go. You may be feeling, you know, there's something that you know that you have to do, but you're kind of putting it off. You may not be making that decision yet, and it's because you're not sure if you can do it. You're not sure if you're good enough to go on this journey. You're not sure if you can complete this journey, and you're kind of allowing yourself to, you know, just wait around. And your ancestors don't want you to stay in this direction. They want you to change your perspective. They want you, instead of, you know, looking at your situation from a negative point of view, they want you to see it as a blessing. You know, you're still here, you're making movements, and even though that there's some obstacles in your way, they want you to see it as positive challenges. They don't want you to see them as negative challenges. And even though you may have expected your life to go in a completely different direction than it is right now, they want you to accept those cards that were dealt. They want you to accept those bones that are on the table in the direction that they come. You know, it's surprising, it's shocking, it's not what you wanted, but it's what you got, and you have to work with it. So the message here is that your ancestors want you to work with what you have and keep going. Don't allow yourself to stay where you are, because things are going to change. You have to work through it. Don't just sit around and feel bad for yourself. They don't want you to have that victim mentality. They want you to keep going. And then the next card we have is the 7 of Cups. So with the 7 of Cups here, there's some choices that you have to make, which we've seen in this card, Dem Bones. There are some choices that you have to make in your life currently, and there's a couple of different roads you can take, a couple of different options, and you are not sure where to go. You feel very confused. You know, there's so many different options, and perhaps you're listening to the opinions of others. You know, your friends and family are also offering their own opinions on the situation, and there's so many options. There's so many things going around your head regarding each and every option, and not only about these options, but also you're listening to what other people have to say about them. And you know, because of all these options, because of all these opinions, you're not making a decision at all. You're just standing here remaining stagnant and letting time go by without actually making any moves. And your ancestors, you know, they don't want you to stay in this moment. You know, again, nothing is set in stone. You have to hurry up and make a decision. I don't mean to be so brash, but your ancestors are telling you it's time. You can't keep sitting around and waiting on it and thinking things are going to change with time, because things are going to change with action, and that's what you have to do. That's what they're showing you. And then the last card we have is the 10 of Cups, which is a butterfly, and you know, their wings are open. You know, with the 10 of Cups, this is usually a beautiful card. This is all about stability, happiness, and getting what you want. So they want to let you know, once you get out of this hangman stage, once you change your perspective, once you finally make that decision with the 7 of Cups, and once you finally accept the bones that you have been dealt, you're gonna be happy. You know, a huge transformation is coming for you. New beginnings are coming. Pure happiness, stability, financial stability, emotional stability. is coming for you, and it's yours. It's already yours. But you have to get out of this mindset in which you're just remaining stagnant and not making any decisions at all. And you need to really stop listening to the opinions of others. Your ancestors really just want you to go for it. And even if you don't understand everything right away, even if you're not 100% confident with the path, act like you are. Fake it till you make it. You know, they want you to keep your head held high, and they want you to keep going, because that's exactly what they did. You know, they had no choice but to accept the cards that they were dealt in life, and they didn't let it bring them down. They didn't look at themselves as a victim. They used it as, you know, fueling power. It made them, you know, want success so much more. And they're trying to show you that they're trying to be a messenger to you, to let you know that you need to change your perspective. You need to see your life differently. You need to really look at things from a new perspective, and not someone else's perspective. Stop asking everybody for help. Stop asking everybody for their opinion, because it's your life. It's not theirs. And all in all, they just want to let you know that this too shall pass. You're not going to stay in this period of indecision forever. You're not going to stay in this position of, you know, fear. You know, good things are coming, and you just have to accept it, grin and bear the cards you've been dealt, the bones that you've been dealt, because you are going to reach that metamorphosis. You are going to reach that state of pure transformation, happiness, and new beginnings. So I hope that makes sense. I want to thank you so much for choosing Yasmin's Ethereal Insights, and please let me know in the comments if it makes sense. Have a great day.